Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this right here is Tom Clark's Main Event. What's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. Merch in the house. I got a cup of coffee. It's a Beatles cup today. The Tom Clark's Main Event cup is awesome. You can get yours today at tinyurl.com/TomClarkPods, PODS. You can get merch from Tom Clark's Main Event, Tom Clark's 6M Podcast, also High Velocity Wrestling. Check it out. Go check out the site. For God's sake, go do it for me. You're doing life wrong if you don't. But I'll say this. I enjoy lots of coffee. The Main Event cup holds this much coffee. I need this much coffee. So, but it's still, go buy a cup. Don't let that prevent you from buying a cup. My God, what am I here for if not to sell a cup? What else am I here for? For crying out loud. Happy Friday to you, kids. Hope you've had a good week. I have had the best week. Someone asked me why. I can't tell you why. It's not public knowledge yet, but I've had an exceptional week. And when the time is right, I will tell you good folks about it. But I'm not telling you about it right now. So don't be asking. But trust me when I tell you. All right. That's all I can tell you. We're going to say some hellos here, kids. Someone's mentioning birthday. Monday was my birthday. James is hanging out with your boy Troy. What's up, gentlemen? Him and Jay and Sunny Lund to get ready for Progress 10th anniversary show. Well, shut up, dude. Have a blast, brother. Both of you, man. If you do not follow the Untitled Wrestling Podcast, for God's sake, you're doing life wrong. Go take care of it. Go make it happen. And while you're doing that, hit the like button. Go. Like it. Share this feed. Everybody, everywhere you possibly can. Okay? Share it on the people's pages, folks. Your friends' pages that love the pro wrestling. Your friends' pages that hate the pro wrestling. On your enemies' pages that hate the pro wrestling. Especially those clowns. Because they suck. But you share this wherever you can. Promote this show, baby. That's what I'm here for. This coffee's got me salivating. You catch that? First to the table this morning is David Down Under. I'm doing well, my friend. Hope you are. Chris Sims, good to see you. We'll get you up there. Rebecca, how you doing? Reggie Camp, how you doing, my friend? Guten Tag to you, Sandy in Germany. Ray all day, what's going on? Jumpin' Jeff Sharma. Eric Jackson in the house. Choche Vega, how are you doing, my friend? From Mercedes, Texas. What's up, Jamie? How you doing, dude? E, what's going on, brother? E, thank you for the birthday message. E sent me a direct message wishing me happy birthday. E, the best. I actually showed that to my wife. That's pretty cool. Alicia D. Byers Brown, how are you doing? Alma, good to see you. Alma, your account got hacked this week. I got some funky messages, man, but I reported that person for you. Let's see who else we got to the show today. Chris, how you doing, my friend? Molly, I'm doing great. There's a dog barking in the cul-de-sac. It's not mine. My dog behaves himself most days. Cherie says, good morning, afternoon, Tom and the crew. My birthday was excellent. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you guys asking. I had a good time. Went out and had some good food. Here's the gift. I went banana for it in the Barnes & Noble. Yes, I still like books. Check that out, baby. Now, keep in mind, this is just the DC. This is nothing that Jim did for Marvel, but this is freaking cool. If you're a comic book guy, then you know who Jim Lee is. And if you don't know who Jim Lee is, there's Jim Lee right there. This guy's freaking amazing. One of the best comic book artists of all time, bar none. That was my birthday gift. So, yeah, very cool. So yeah, man, it's been an excellent week. When I can tell you more, I will tell you more. Kelly, that's right. Your birthday. Didn't I sing to you? Who did I sing to early in March? Yeah. What's up, Josh? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. We've already got people talking to us. Shad Gaspar is going in the Getting the Warriors Award this year, WB Hall of Fame, for sure. It's going to be next weekend's going to be big, kids. In case you don't know, it's the WrestleMania and a whole bunch of other shows. We'll get there. Listen, you guys and gals hang out with me every week, most weeks. I really appreciate you guys. I love you to death for it. You guys know Sugar Shane Odom, okay? I told Shane I would mention this on the show here today for him. Shane's father is not in good health, and he sent me a message saying he probably wouldn't be watching the show for a bit. So, all of you that are friends with Shane Odom, please go send him your kind words. I'm sure he would greatly appreciate it. We call him Sugar Shane here on the pod. He's an old school wrestling fan like myself. And yeah, Shane's good people. So please go give him your best. Send him your good thoughts, your good vibes, your prayers if you do that kind of thing. Whatever you've got that could help him and his family out. Just think positive thoughts, man. If nothing else, to help them through this time. Any of you that have lost people knows what it feels like. It sucks. Okay, so there you go. Lisa, how are you doing, my friend? I have shadowed you guys on Spaces on Twitter. I just have not joined yet. I'm picking and choosing my moments. So, to be honest with you, I don't have a whole lot of time to spend. So on Spaces, so that may be changing soon, but we'll see. Ray, I saw the post about the marathon, brother. Good for you. I've put on a few pounds in the past few months. It may not look it, but I feel like I have anyway. I haven't weighed myself in a while. I got to get myself a little bit more active, to be honest. I really do. Nancy White, how are you, my friend? Thank you for hanging out. Nancy, are we friends on the Facebook? I haven't asked this question in a long time, kids, but if we're not friends on the Facebook, send me a friend request. And if you can't find me, just send it to the Wrestling Rumors inbox and say, hey, send me a friend request and I'll send you one. And we'll be friends, buddies, chums, pals, compadres, brothers in arms, crime-fighting compatriots. There you go. Everyone, please like the feed today, folks. Like this post and share the devil out of it. And now, before we get to our special guest today, tinyurl.com/Tom Clark Pods, PODS. You can get Tom Clark's main event merchandise, Tom Clark's 6M podcast merchandise. This past Tuesday was another great episode. We released Dogma, the classic Kevin Smith film. Controversial Kevin Smith film, I should say. It was starring myself and my guest host, Chris Mueller, the doctor himself. So if you're a fan of Chris as well, if you're a fan of Kevin Smith stuff, please go subscribe and download the Dogma episode. All of my content is free. Nothing's behind a paywall, kids. I got a Patreon I haven't used in forever because there wasn't much happening on it, to be honest with you. Nothing's behind a paywall. So please go check out Tom Clark's 6M podcast. It'd be greatly appreciated. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, you guys have been waiting for a long time. You've been a patient audience. I know you have. You've been asking yourselves when it's going to finally happen. You've been reading you've been hearing the rumors online, the scuttlebutt and all the nonsense going back and forth. You've seen the headlines. You've seen the posts. You've taken your best guesses. You've waited patiently, sometimes impatiently. Well, folks, the time has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes! I know you love him. It's Cody by God Rhodes. Come on. Come on. Stand up. Everybody stand up. Come on. Give it up. Cody. What? Seriously? Again? Again this time? I mean, I just introduced him. Nothing? Well, Cody's not here, apparently. Again. That joke will never get old. You understand me? It'll never get old. So the latest again with the Cody Rhodes hoo-ha is that Cody has officially signed a contract. He's put ink to paper. He's put fingers to keyboard. He's done everything short of sell his soul to the devil himself, pal, to go rejoin the land of WWE, the house that McMahon built. Oh my God. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll talk a little bit more about that as the show goes on. Let's jump into this. I don't really have usually I've got like main story of the week kind of thing. I don't this time, if I'm being real with you, but I've just got some stuff I wanted to talk about and hit on. And we couldn't possibly hit on everything. It's been a busy news week, right? We'd be here for 3 days. Next week we'd be here for 2 straight weeks. We hit on everything that happens in the span of 3 days next week, right? CM Punk wants a title. Any Major League fans out there? Serrano wants a bat. You know what I mean? He made the motion on Dynamite this past Wednesday, and people immediately asking, by people I mean AEW commentators, asking, but what title is he talking about, pal? Yama. I mean, I think we all know it's going to be the AEW World Championship. They could only keep CM Punk from it for so long until they actually start booking him for this thing. We'll see where it goes. How do you guys feel about CM Punk, the best in the world, the Second City Saint, pursuing a championship in AEW? Who should induct Shad to the WWE Hall of Fame? I think his partner should. Why wouldn't his partner do it? You know what I mean? I think that makes perfect sense. Why not do it himself? Veer's not here either. I was going to introduce that guy, but that gimmick will take a month apparently, if not longer. CRP says Brandy apparently is pitching a show called A Shot of Brandy or Shopping It. Yeah, and apparently she's got a buyer or a taker somewhere. We'll see. Alma, we had tornadoes here the other night. Luckily, myself, my family, and everyone I know, we're all safe and sound. Everyone's house is still standing. This is good news, yeah. So yeah, man, it was a little rough, but it is what it is. Let's see. Brett says CM Punk would be a great champion. Let's see. Ray says CM Punk has to wait until the new champ King Cole wins it. Ooh, interesting. E says CM Punk is overrated. E, you can always count on E to bring the hot take. Chris is congratulations. Yeah, for sure. Shad posthumous, it is what it is, but good for his family for sure. What's up, Eric? How you doing, my friend? We just got started, brother, so you're all good. Christopher Patton says Punk wants to title the RH title. You know what? I'd be down with that. Ooh, I really like that, actually. Whew. I really like that. We're going to get there, kids. Everybody be patient. Again, we've got a lot of stuff to get to today. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Jeffrey with a great point. Veer has already been on Main Event and CM Punk. Yeah, he has been on Main Event. There's been a Veer sighting on WB programming there, kids. There you go. Carlos, where'd you go? CM Punk needs to get the title soon. He is not getting younger. Hey, man, come on, dude. Be nice to the dudes with the gray in their beards, okay? Because we're all good dudes. I don't know what that means. But no, you know what I mean. I think Punk's doing some of the best work he's ever done right now, for real. For real. You talking about AJ Lee, Molly? AJ seems happy not being in the business anymore, dude. Ray, yeah, it looks as though FTR is turning face. That's what it looks like. So we'll see how it goes. Christopher says Punk was overrated. He's currently doing the best work of his career, so I can't call him overrated at the moment. Oh, I see. I get you. I think that he really came into his own during the summer of Punk in WWE. I would have agreed with you before that time. But when he got that world title strap and had didn't he wrestled Taker as the world champion, right? Wasn't it a steel cage? Am I misremembering that? That's when he started really getting my respect. So yeah. I mean, obviously now I got a world of respect for him. So let's see. Jeffrey says, come on, Sting is doing dives and you're calling CM Punk. Oh, that's a good point. Good point. Yeah, MJF doing his promo. I mean, dude, again, we put over AEW every week on the show, but not because we're anti anybody else, just because I personally enjoy the show. We're sticking with AEW, kicking off the show today, kids. Let's talk about this story that came up this week. I want everyone in the chat today to tell me what you think. Thunder Rosa's comments this past week. She was interviewed, and man, and in fact, it was NBC Sports Boston's 10 count. So credit to them for the interview after she won the championship from Britt Baker. So they asked her what she wanted to do. She wants to be a fighting champion similar to Kenny Omega. And let's see. They were talking about her celebration or having a celebration, the mariachi band and whatnot, playing her out to the ring. She said, quote, "I can tell you, I read about me bringing the mariachi, and I remember Brock Lesnar making fun of Eddie Guerrero with that. And that hurts because they were making fun of my culture before. And on Wednesday, I represent our culture properly with honor and with respect because people were, oh, mariachi fun. Let's make fun of Mexicans," end quote. She went on to say it's the same with women. People used to make fun of us all the time. We used to be the popcorn match all the time because that was how people had been programmed for so long. Not anymore. We're working really, really hard, guys. You guys can criticize us all you want, but we're working really hard in every single company, I feel, because we're changing things little by little. Okay. I know a good number of my viewing audience each and every week are Latino. So here is my question to you. How many of you out there agree with what Thunder Rosa said? And do you think maybe a callback to an Eddie Guerrero spot with Brock Lesnar years ago is kind of silly at this point? I'm not saying it is. I'm asking you what you think. Let's also don't forget what just happened this past week on Dynamite when Vicky Guerrero came out and was bagging on Thunder Rosa and said something about her fake green card. And Rosa didn't even get to speak, and Nyla Rose knocked her down. I was talking to Phil Lindsay last night after the 6M podcast we recorded. And he's like, man, that was a bad segment. That was one of the worst spots of the night. So what do you guys think about what Thunder Rosa had to say and also about what happened with her and Vicky Guerrero on Wednesday? I want to know your guys' thoughts, man. Everybody, welcome to the show. HVW owner promoter, Mr. Gary Benfield. Gary, what's up, dude? I was just referencing as the show kicked off the best week I've had, but I've not told anyone the specifics of why I'm having the best week. So I'm keeping that under wraps. But when the time's right, I'll tell everybody. Tim, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Doing well. Let's see. William says she is trying too hard. She is a wonderful talent. Needs to pump the brakes. It's entertainment. But William, if anyone's going to have an opinion, it could be Thunder Rosa, right? It's better than Tom having that opinion, right? Not better, but it's different, right? I mean, the fact that she's a talent and a well-respected talent, doesn't that change your viewpoint maybe of, should she pump the brakes or is she within her rights to say something? I would submit she's within her rights to say something. Chris says disagree with her. It's fine. You don't have to agree with anything she said. Ray says Rosa is a beast, and me being Latina, agree she is 100% right. Don't like the racist nonsense Vicky played. She stinks, and Ray's really bringing it home with that, isn't he? Let's see. Jamie says I agree with her. You guys have to remember that coming from that company, WWE I'm talking about, they've done a lot of fairly insensitive stuff over the years, and they hide behind, well, this is entertainment, pal. Right? CRP says, I mean, isn't the whole Eddie Guerrero character something you can look on negatively? He lies, he cheats, he steals. Mamacita hitting on multiple women. Just saying, if we are pointing out racism in wrestling, we will be here a while. I'm not pointing out racism in wrestling. I'm pointing out Thunder Rosa's take and asking everybody what they think about it. And to your point, I would submit that Eddie Guerrero wanted to do these things. This was a character he wanted to portray. Now, was Eddie told, listen, if you don't want to portray this character, that's cool. We'll do something else with you, like take you off TV, and maybe you don't get that championship push you think you deserve. Now, I'm not saying that was said to him. If it was, shame on them. Okay. But I would submit that if Eddie was comfortable doing all those things, and he had to have been, I imagine, right? And most of all, was a lot of it his idea, right? I believe that's different, in my opinion, than WWE taking shots, what feels like taking shots. Of course, you could always flip that and say, did they clear that with Eddie before they sent Brock out there in a sombrero acting a fool? I don't know the answer to that, dude. I get what you're saying, and you're right. If you pick nits too much, you'll be here for days, weeks, months, even years. What's up, Shannon? How are you? What's my thoughts on Dominic Mysterio? He's come a long way. I think he should be on NXT full time. I think he looks great on NXT. And I only know that because I saw tidbits. I don't watch that show. I'm not a fan of NXT 2.0. I'm just saying. That's just me personally. So, everyone's talking about Hook. Man, people love the Hook, don't they? Yikes. Elias, Nancy, I have no idea what to talk to you about Elias. I have no clue. Let's see. Timothy says, King Adam Cole, next AEW champion. Boy, you just made a friend of Ray, didn't you? Ray all day. I got that freaking bird outside my window. Anybody can hear him? My God in heaven. This week, AEW and DDT announced a working relationship. Now, you may or may not care about this. I have no idea if you do or not, but it was announced this week. Christopher Daniels said, I'd like to say congratulations to DDT for their 25th anniversary, and I'd like to also announce that AEW and DDT have come to an agreement to bring DDT's wrestlers to the United States of America. And I, for one, am looking forward to introducing the top talent from DDT to the American wrestling fan base. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm surprised it took this long. And that's not sarcasm. I'm just saying I'm surprised it took this long for it to happen, because I actually thought it was going to happen a heck of a lot earlier. Oh, Chris, that's money. Arrive, suplex, eat chips. I love it. I love it. E says that was Vince logic to have Brock come out with a sombrero. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Chris Aldridge says, I hear they're still changing his gimmick. It was to be like Macho Man, but it got scrapped. Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? Because I may have missed what we're talking about. So yeah, Hook is coming back. Man, people love the Hook, don't they? The Hook brings you back. I'm just saying. I ain't telling you no lies. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised this didn't happen before. Here's what I'll tell you. Everybody, pretty much every week, tells me that AEW's got too many people, man. They got too many people. There's too many people watching. Or there's too many people on the roster. What are they doing? Loading up the locker room. What are they doing? What are they doing? Stupid. Can't manage all these people. Stupid. Dude, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I've given you guys my thoughts on this. I've given you my thoughts on this, man. My thoughts on this has always been load up the locker room. As long as you can afford it and you're not too top heavy, load it up. He's got Ring of Honor now. We're going to get there. But I mean, think about it, kids. I've told you guys this story many times. I've been to several AEW shows that, some of the top talent's not there that week. And we didn't miss a beat. We still enjoyed it. I want you to imagine a scenario. Let's say that at WrestleMania, and I don't wish injury on anyone, so relax. Don't anybody take this personal, send you hate mail and go at Tom or anything, okay? Let's imagine a scenario in which both Roman and Brock pull up lame at WrestleMania. And maybe not out for 6 months lame, but let's say out for 3 months apiece. What are they going to do then? And before you say to me, Kevin Owens, before you say to me, Seth Rollins, I want you to know what you're talking about here. You're talking about two guys that are already there. Who do they elevate? They don't work that way. They just don't work that way in that company, folks. I don't know what to tell you. Not my company, not my call. I don't make a decision one in that company. Not one single. My phone's not ringing. I've been waiting on Vince to call me for years. It's still not ringing. Hello, Vince? Huh? I'd be honored, sir. No, my phone's not ringing. Dude, come on. I'm just telling you what I think, man. I think that if 1 to 2 guys goes down today, the same week, whatever, I'm just saying, man, AEW does not have that issue. Ray says the North American champion on NXT is excellent. He should leave before Vince ruins it. A lot of folks talking about Jay Lethal. Jay is in AEW. Jay's in AEW right now. He worked Adam Cole this past Wednesday night. But to everyone's point, Jay's not on TV that much. Based on what they want him to do. And during his match, he did the pointing like Savage, and he did the Ric Flair strut outside the ring. People love that stuff from him, man. They love it. They love it. Jay's great, dude. Jay's great. So yeah, there you go. Chris, where'd you go, man? Let's see. Chris said, didn't AEW already have a working relationship with DDT, a lot of the female talent? But I don't know if they ever made it official. You know what I mean? I guess they wanted to make it official, dot the I's and cross the T's. Or cross the T's and dot the I's. Or there's a lot of dotting and crossing happening. Nancy says keeping everyone employed and everybody is working. They have so many people. They have bought companies. Everyone works. If you can afford it, go for it. Vince is going to sell before it's done. Nancy, you just dropped a serious bit of wisdom here on the kids. That's pretty good. Chris says because of Jay Lethal, we had no Kelly Klein. I mean, the accusations are out there. Not up to me to bury him. I have not come here to bury Jay Lethal. I'm just saying. But no, you're right. You're right. Let's see here now, boy. Ray said, "Was this weird wrestling EC3 started?" Ha 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 ha. You can go look it up, Ray. It's called Control Your Narrative. But I warn you, Ray, you will not agree with their politics because neither do I. It's some weird stuff those guys are doing. They got Austin Aries. Need I say more? Here's to you. I don't think I need to say more. Oh, man. All right. What else we got going on here, folks? Back to the ROH talk. Tony Khan has announced. Yes. On Busted Open Radio this past week, they were talking about the Ring of Honor upcoming pay-per-view. And he said, I had not scheduled this pay-per-view, but I really think it's important for me because they've sold tickets and made a commitment to the fans to still do the show. And I love that. I freaking love that. Supercard of Honor is what we're talking about. He sees it as a transitional show, bringing one era to another, adding that the weekly product will be rebooted afterwards. Quote, I see it as a transitional show in many ways I'm really excited about because it's the first show under the new management. It's also a transitional show before I will relaunch what I hope to be a really great new Ring of Honor television product, a weekly series, wherever it does air or stream. There are a lot of things to figure out. Let's see. The distribution is a great question, and what we're going to do moving forward. It assumes we're going to do something going forward. I do want to continue the operations for it and do have a lot of plans for it. I do expect to continue the wrestling operations, and that's also a very valuable library we acquired. Distribution, I can't say anything yet about what it will be or how it's going to go live and exist. I'm very excited, not just about the library and past content, but the opportunities to create more content. Obviously, there are many other revenue streams, merchandising, that will be able to generate it, but it creates a lot of opportunities for us. It's great for AEW strategically. I think it's very good that I also now own Ring of Honor. What do you guys think about Tony Khan owning Ring of Honor? Everyone seems to be happy. I would submit no one would be happy if Vince McMahon had bought it. A lot of reasons for that, right? Because he would shut it down. He would absorb the talent. And he would get rid of their titles, and he'd probably fire a third of them, 2/3 of them. I'm just saying. It's just a guess. I don't know. Yeah, we're getting to the Triple H news here. Everybody, just hold tight. We're going section by section here. Christopher said Beatles suck. Christopher, do not get yourself kicked out my chat. You watch your step. Everyone, please welcome Ghazi to the show. Ghazi is a HVW talent, HVW professional wrestler. The thing I'm happy about is that my goal of working for ROH is once again a possibility. Absolutely. Goals is good, yo. Chris says Dolph Ziggler hasn't had the World Heavyweight title in a long time, at least 11 years after cashing his Money in the Bank briefcase. Dude, they think as much of Dolph Ziggler's potential to be a top-tier main event guy as I think that the fan sitting in front of me is going to suddenly become a pony. Ricardo says, I'm just glad RH is back for sure. CRP says, great from starting a streaming service and having that back catalog to add to AW's 3 years. Content is important. As a content creator, I echo your sentiments. Trust me, it's very important. Carlos, no word on when it's going to begin, but everyone keep your eyes open. And in the meantime, hit the like button on this feed and also turn on the notifications. Click that little bell you see in front of you so you know every time your boy goes live. Please and thank you. Some other news this past week, the Briscoes, them boys, Sandy Fort, Delaware, are your new Crockett Cup champions. There you go. They have won the Crockett Cup for the year 2022, the year of our Lord. Jay and Mark, everybody and their daddy wanting to see these kids, these guys, these grizzled vets in AEW. People talking about, oh, well, they won't allow it because of stuff they said. Hogwash, nonsense, horse pucky, fluff, falafel. It's a bunch of falafel. Dude, we have heard everything through the years from Eric Bischoff and WWE. Sure. Right? CM Punk returning. Sure. Shut up. Shut up. Stone Cold Steve Austin wrestling again. What? Never say never. Ever, never, and forever. Ever, 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 ever. As long as them boys are doing good work, which is only every day, as long as they're still killing it in the ring, which is only every day, we are only human. Now, listen, I do not endorse anything Jay said in days past. But I think, and I'm sure not going to speak for Jay Briscoe either, but I'll give you my take. If you want to hear it, I'll give it to you. I think Jay Briscoe, when he was, spouting off his so-called Christian values, and man, that sounds like I'm taking a swipe at him, and I don't mean to be. I don't mean it personally, okay? It's just my take. For anyone who supposes to spout off Christian values, you have to understand you're not in a vacuum. Okay? You're not in a bubble. I'm not saying don't have convictions. I'm not saying don't have your belief system. I'm not saying you have to believe what I believe, but please don't ask me to believe what you believe. Those are your beliefs, okay? Not mine, perhaps, just like maybe mine are not yours. I will never try to force you to believe or think the way I do. So please don't force your worldview on me. When people come out and make such big declarations and use such language and insult a race, a gender, a way of life, what have you, you have to know, again, you're not living in a vacuum, okay? There's a way to hold to your convictions and do it, here's an idea, respectfully. Jay, back in the day, was not respectful. He had an opportunity to keep his mouth shut, and he didn't take it. Sometimes the best course of action is to keep your mouth shut, lest someone puts a fist in it, okay? I'm not saying you got to do anything I just said. Go with God, wave your flag of whatever you want to wave it for, whoever you want to wave it for. But understand, you're not living in a vacuum. We're all in this together. And the problem is that people forget that stuff. And they think they're on an island and their worldview is the best because this book told them so or whatever told them so. And that's fine. But, dude, it doesn't make you right. Okay? Doesn't make them right either. Don't misunderstand. But we all have to get along, don't we? Don't we all? We got one planet, folks. As far as we know, there's one planet we can all live on together peacefully right now. And we're choosing not to do that because we're all trying to shove our agendas down each other's throats. Enough's enough. Okay? Let people live their lives. For God's sake. They don't dress the way you do, get off them. They don't live the way you do, get off them. They don't pray the way you do or don't pray at all, get off them, okay? They don't, whatever behind closed doors and the privacy of their own home like you do, get off them. It's not your business. It shouldn't be your concern. Man, I'm soapboxing the life out of this thing, aren't I? Man, are y'all still here? Whew. Hey, man, if I get a platform, and I got one, sometimes I'm going to use it. CRP says, if Jay apologized again during the induction to the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame, does that help them? He's done it twice now, Chris, and I'm not saying he shouldn't do it again. I would say maybe. Sure. Why not? I don't think it would hurt at all. And listen, Chris, you've watched them boys for a while, haven't you? I don't know these guys personally. I don't. You mean to tell me if anybody out there thinks, well, this is just lip service, Jay just said stuff to get himself out of trouble and try to get the AEW. Come on. Does anyone really believe that someone could hold a gun to Jay Briscoe's head and make him say something? Is everyone high on the weed today? Come on, kids. You guys ought to know better than that by now. Chris, you know better than that. Everyone knows better than that, right? If Jay comes out and apologizes, he feels compelled to do so. It's what he's feeling. And he's flat out said, I was an idiot. Man, I was dumb. I shot my mouth off when I shouldn't have. Let the guy apologize. You don't have to like it. If you still want to hate his guts, go with God, brother. Everybody. It's fine. I think you've got a good point. If he does it on a public forum, on a public stage, sure. Sure. So, Chad's a half hour late. Chad, too bad. Is a half hour late. Chad, that's too bad. By the way, you and Chad Shaver, you're both going to be called Chad Too Bad because it's hard for me to keep you guys separated. I'm just saying. Another bit of news dropped this week. Will Ospreay be calling out John Moxley? You call out Mox. I'm going to tell you right now. If you call out Mox, then be prepared to get the barbed wire because that's what happened. Whoo. Everybody go watch that promo that John cut in response to Will Ospreay calling him out. Windy City Riot, April 10th, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Kids. This is going to be a good match. Let me think. Yep, this is going to be a good match. I'm excited. You should be too. Going to be great. Going to be fun. Going to be funner than fun. Going to be awesome. I'm just saying, baby. Everybody quit bagging on Ray in the chat. My God in heaven. Leave him alone. Adam Cole's great. Everybody shut up. Robbie says to all the soapboxing, the words of Devon Dudley. Oh, my brother testify. Thank you, sir. I don't know who you think you're insulting. Cameron Grimes is awesome. And just because you said something, he's being ugly. Everybody's being ugly. Man, he's being ugly. Everybody tell you not to be ugly. That's ridiculous. Get along. Guess what's going to happen to you, if you don't quit messing around? That was a terrible setup. Let me try it again. Guess what you can do, if you don't quit messing around? You can kiss my grin! Freaking he says I'm innocent. We done seen it. Baby. Ray says, there you go, man. See, we're all family. I'm saying. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this, man. Who else is looking forward to this? This is going to be a very good match, dude. Aaron, what's up, my friend? Welcome to the show. Ron Emerson, what's up, dude? When are we doing the thing, Ron? What day is it? Remind me what day it is. I got to get I got to put that on my calendar, dude. Remind me when it is, Ron, because I don't remember. I legit don't remember. I've had a lot going on. April 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. Anybody get that reference? Probably not. 8 p.m. Cool. Is that a Tuesday? I think. Man, this April, March just flew by. I got 2 things in April. The wife's birthday, she's down there. Don't be freaking. Everybody you watch your tone. Everybody watch your language and watch your mouth. God's sake. Downstairs. I can't be acting fool up in here. You kidding? And also the anniversary. Again, watch your mouths, watch your tone. She's right down there. Don't be acting fool up in here. None of yous. CRP says a feud between Osprey and Red Shoes. A pretty cool story. I love Red Shoes. I love Red Shoes to death. So good. So good. Chris says I have a gut feeling in the long run he's going to get the North American Championship. I meant Cameron Grimes. I'll take it. Chris said, what day's your birthday, Chris? What day, Chris? Huh? Chris. Freaking Chris. What day's your birthday? Chris Sim. There's a lot of Chris's up in here, man. Chris with a K. I'm going to start calling Chris Aldridge Chris with a K. Chris Aldridge just got himself a nickname. Uh-oh. Where you at, Aldridge? Tell me. One of you guys is going to start getting called by your last name, too. Just know that. Chad, too bad. Back to work. Brother, thank you for watching. You're the best. 28th. April 28th. Where'd you go? The boy's good, Ray. He's at the school as we speak. Yeah. April's a busy month for me, man. How did we meet, E? Well, it was a funny story. I was on a midnight mission. I was like fighting ninjas in a back alley in Chicago. And it was a pretty harrowing experience. I took a knife in the gut, right? It wasn't like mortal or anything. I mean, I'm still here, right? I mean, I stitched myself up in the back alley, and she was walking by. I just came back from dinner with friends, and she saw me like bleeding out. She was a medic in Saigon, right? So she stopped and she stitched me up, and we've been together ever since. I'm a writer. Can you guys tell? I made all that up just now. It may not have been the best story you've ever heard, but it's off the cuff. Watch this. That quick. See that? See that? Look how quick. That quick. We did not, freaking Chris, talk about Motor City Machine Guns versus Chris Bay and Jay. No, we did not. But wow, dude. So I get my TV through Hulu. We got rid of DirecTV 2 years ago, or whatever it's been now. But yeah, dude, I don't get what station is. I always want to say Destination America, Access TV, not on the Hulu. What? So all I can do, and I want to watch Impact Wrestling full time now, and I'm not. Sucks. Jim says a lot of ninjas here in chat. Well, yeah, dude, they're everywhere. You better watch your step. Yeah, Jay White. Yeah. You said Jay Lethal. Yeah, I was thinking, wait, is there another match I don't know about? Dude, Jay White, shut up. Chris Bay. Love these guys, man. Thank you. It used to be Destination America. Thank you. Twitch. Oh, maybe I'll do that. So yeah, that's going to be good. And something else coming up is New Japan Mutiny on the week of April 16th. That's going to be good too, kids. In case you don't know, I'll tell you about it right now. Here's the card, April 16th, Hollywood, California. Ren Narita versus Chris Dickinson, David Finlay versus Blake Christian, Fred Rosser versus Royce Isaacs, and Jarrell Nelson. It's a handicap match. Hikuleo versus Jay White, the brother of God, came out and got in White's face recently. That's why this match is happening. Rocky Romero, Alex Coughlin, Adrian Quest versus JR Kratos, Tom Lawler, and Black Tiger. Kevin Knight, the DKC, Fred Yehai versus Bateman, Mysterioso, and Barrett Brown. That's your card thus far for NJPW Mutiny. It's going to be good. Going to be a good show. I am still attempting to catch up on New Japan Cup. Don't anyone tell me anything. I'm so far behind on the Cup, dude. These past 2 weeks have been 2 incredibly busy weeks for yours truly. So please don't anybody ruin it for me. Please, please, please. Ron says it's no longer on Twitch live is what I was informed. However, you can get Impact Plus and see. Oh, man, I don't want to pay for another service, dude. You know what I mean? Oh, I just don't. I mean, if I want to see it bad enough, maybe I will. After that last show they ran, man, that was a good show, dude. That was a good show. I was very impressed by that. Chris with a K says, Triple, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Everybody relax. We're going to get there. I promise you we're going to get there. It broke like 12 minutes before we went live today. So I put it in the feed, but it's way down the WWE section. Let's see here. What else we got going on? Let's talk about the Rampage preview for tonight. No spoilers, kids. Dustin Rhodes versus Lance Archer, Allen 5 Angels, and 10 versus Red Dragon. Nyla Rose is in action. QT Marshall, certificate of accomplishment to Hook, an FTW championship match, Ricky Starks versus Swerve Strickland. I'm going to call it now. I think Strickland takes that belt off of him. That's what I think. But listen, take that with a grain of salt because I don't know. But that's what I would think. I love Swerve to death. I love that he's there. I love that he's different, and I love that it's working. And I just love Swerve, man. I'm a big fan. So, ain't nobody love me better. And I'm very sad he's not using that because Tony Khan would have bought that song all day. All right, but he didn't because he's not going to use it anymore. Ugh, sucks. Nancy asked me WWE questions talking about Bailey and Lacey Evans. I don't know. I mean, Bailey's still not cleared, is she? Yeah. That company needs some work, in my opinion. In my opinion. But, I don't know. I wish I had a good answer for you. Let's see. I would like to see Rhodes win, but they always bury people from their hometown. Good call. This week, let's talk about ratings, kids, and move to some WWE stuff. Dynamite, 1.05 million, up from 993 last week. Rampage yet to happen. Last week, 398. That 11:30 time slot did not help them at all. There's your ratings, kids. This broke earlier. Triple H retiring. We've already talked a little bit about it. Just like them boys, take this with a grain of salt because people have been saying this for years. I'm done. Edge said it. Let's see. Edge said it. Austin said it. Christian Cage said it. Shawn Michaels said it. Shibata said it. Daniel Bryan said it. Who am I missing? How many people have said it and they've come back? Triple H at his age, does he need to come back? No, he does not. Okay, he does not. Will he? I don't know. But according to a recent interview by with Stephen A. Smith, he said that he's done now. After this, the heart issue and everything, that he's done. So we'll see. CRP says, imagine trying to book a tag division with less than 15 women on your entire main roster. WWE is baffling sometimes. I could not agree more. Chris says he means it because of his heart attack. Sure, he can mean it all day. Chris, I agree with you that he means it. Jeff said, Sting said it. Thank you. I forgot about Jeff. Yeah, Carlos, I know. I agree with you. It's bad. Tim says, by the way, did you watch Keith Lee when he took the microphone after Rampage and went off the air? I watched it. Yeah, I watched it. It was good. Yeah, because you were mentioning it to me, right? It was good. Tom Brady. Chris with a K done killed it, yo. That was good. If anyone's not here that is not liked the feed, please do so. We're going to take this puppy home in a few minutes, okay? But like it. Let's try to get this thing up to 40 before we sign off today, if you can. If you guys can help me get there, I'd greatly appreciate it. As always, hit the notifications bell and always share the feed, if you will. And of course, as I say every week, it's greatly appreciated. I'm not going to put Cody's name up on the chart. Well, you know what? On the screen. I'll just do it. Seth is like, well, next week, Raw's not happening until I get a clear path to WrestleMania. I mean, I think we all know what's going to happen here. All signs point to Cody. All signs point to Cody versus Seth. Is it going to happen? I have no idea. I mean, I feel like it will. What do I know? The latest news was that Cody signed. He signed 2 weeks ago, which tells you all those so-called experts that had their finger on the pulse and said, well, I know what's going on with Cody. He's not talking to them. Really? And now they're telling you he signed 2 weeks ago. I have told you guys and gals for how many years have I been live? And I've been telling you since 2014, since this show started. Do not take anyone's word for it. If they have a story to tell or a story to write and they source, they provide their sources and and they've got what they feel to be good information. That's great. Okay. I'm not saying discount it, but I've always told you, take it with a grain of salt. This is not sports reporting. What my peers, and everyone around me in this business, in this little tiny corner of the pro wrestling business does, is not sports journalism. It doesn't matter, and I'll say his name. It doesn't matter how many sources Dave Meltzer has, and Dave Meltzer has an excellent track record. You can hate on him all day long. I don't really care. Again, as I've said many times before, he's at the top of the game for a reason, folks. He's got contacts. He's got sources, okay? As much as he does, and as much as the guys around him may have, you don't take anyone at 100%, all right? You always take it with a grain of salt. This is not an NBA story where people behind the scenes have no reason to work you, where people behind the scenes have no reason to try to get one over on you. Pro wrestling is a work from top to bottom, which means everyone involved in it is working you from top to bottom every day, all day, 8 days a week, okay? And understanding that, with that knowledge going in, you have to also have the knowledge going out that a lot of this stuff you can't hold true because it's probably at work and it's probably not true, okay? So again, take it with a grain of salt. But the latest report is that Cody by God Rhodes, boom, signed 2 weeks ago. He going to be there. Nancy says they hope Cody can do what Punk did for AEW. I don't know if I agree with you, but I love that. That would make a lot of sense if you're right. He says, looks like the IC Championship, U.S. Champion titles aren't going to be defended at Mania unless they put something together at the last minute. And E, you know they will, more than likely. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate you, brother. Let's see. I wish we had a cap friendly for wrestling. That would make things a lot easier. Oh, I see. Wow. Wouldn't that be something? Wow. Yeah. What did you guys think about Kevin Owens? Stone Cold Kevin Owens this past Monday on Raw. He had that crowd, didn't he? Everybody in the crowd. Slow motion, right? You see that arm? Look at those thin arms, baby. Look at that. Watch this. See that? Nothing. Nothing. I got bird arms, baby. You believe that? Do birds have arms? Okay. If they did, they'd look like this, huh? Right? Terrible. It's all right. What am I in the gym working out? I'm not. There's the answer. He said Owens did great. Gerald, what's up? Says, loved it. Chris says, I didn't like it. Chris is going to crap all over what you like, everybody. The other Chris says, man, there's a bunch of Chris's up in here. Best thing on Raw, great heat. Made me want to see Austin give him the stunner. That was the point, right, man? He did well. Jeff said that was hilarious. Nancy's laughing right now. Nancy, compose yourself. I mean, Kevin's good. Kevin can cut a promo. Kevin's good in the ring. You know what I mean? He's happy there. If he's happy there, go with God, brother. Big E recently revealed this week, and this was some big news. He said it on Twitter. I had my first doctor's appointment and learning because of the C1 fractures, I narrowly escaped a stroke, paralysis, or death is very sobering. Life feels even more precious and valuable now. I mean, dude, that's big time stuff from Big E there. Big E is a class act. I still submit they had no business taking that title off him the way they did. I think Big E should have rolled into WrestleMania this year as the champ. I said it. I'm not taking it back. I think the way they bounce the title to people who have earned it, just to bounce it off of them 6 months later, is complete nonsense. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I hate it. Okay? It's not necessary. You've got guys there who can carry the load right now, who are ready today to carry the load, and you're not using them to carry the load. You're depending on Brock Lesnar, and you're depending on Roman Reigns. You're depending on ex-WWE stars to bring them back. You're depending on retired WWE superstars to bring them back. Come on. What are we doing? What are we really doing? Besides making $1 billion, besides that, what are we really doing? Gerald says, sending prayers to Big E. Yes, sir. Nancy said he was good. Boy, Nancy, you getting all up in this chat today. It's good. This is what happens when you engage, you get spotlighted. That's how that works, man. Know what I mean? Jeff says they're going to bring Xavier Woods back to make a tag match. I think they're going to give the belt to Xavier in 3 months and strip it off of him because Brock's going to come in and do Brock smash and kill him. He's the only one left. I'm just saying. People mentioning that Jeff Hardy spot. We didn't even talk about it. Holy God in heaven. Are you kidding me? That thing was crazy insane. My wife's watching Dynamite with me now. Isn't that weird? Not weird, but different because she used to watch wrestling back in the day. Then she'd stop. Now she's starting again. So yeah. SmackDown tonight. This is straight from the horse's mouth. WWE.com, as Michael Cole would say. What will be the fallout from Brock Lesnar's attack on Roman Reigns in the Bloodline? Shinsuke Nakamura takes on Jimmy Uso ahead of SmackDown Tag Team title match at WrestleMania. Sasha Banks, Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, and Queen Zelina seek big win en route to WrestleMania. There's your SmackDown preview. Hold on and just get ready because holy God with the SmackDown. This past Monday night on your boy's birthday, believe that, Raw 1.77 million. The same as last week, basically. 1.7. NXT 628. Basically the same as last week's 624. Last week's SmackDown 2.15 million. We'll see what happens tonight. And you know what that means, kids. Everybody's patiently waiting. Ray Dean, who I would bet dollars to donuts, has already got his question teed up, and all he's got to do is hit send. Watch how fast it shows up. CRP says, remember that time Brock tried to kill some guys? Didn't he get fined like $1 million for beating up a security guard like 6 months ago? That sounds familiar to me. How do I? Look, Chris, you got upstage. Actually, it does sound familiar to me, but I don't remember the story. Ray, where'd you go? Ray says Eric B. and Rakim or De La Soul Part 2, Ghostface or Method Man. And if Adam Cole came to your house with a big bowl of chicken wonton soup and there was extra, could I have? And after he brought fruit smoothies and there was extra, could I have? Man, you are seriously up in the ante on these questions. Pretty soon, it's going to be like way up here on the thing. You know what I mean? You're going to run out of characters is what I'm trying to tell you. You may have already run out. I'll say De La Soul and Meth. How you pull against Meth, dude? I love Ghostface Killer, but Meth's my man. You know what I mean? It's good stuff. I love Meth. Yes, you can have an extra chicken wonton soup. God, now I want chicken wonton soup. Fruit smoothies and there was extra. Of course you could, Ray. You're always welcome at the barbecue, which I hope doesn't sound weird because the white guy said that. Do you know what I'm saying? What do you guys got for me, kids? What do you guys got for me? I have not. I if I want to watch a circus, I'll watch pro wrestling. I see certain people get up there and fire questions and they're complete idiots. And I'm not having it. I know you're into that to the political world, brother, and go with God, my friend. Jumpin' Jeff says this got nothing to do with wrestling company. Well, it's open floor. Ask. Why do wrestling rumors seem to be a month behind on the rumors and news of since 2022 started? Not hating on the page, just find it straight. Can I be straight with you, Jeff? I'm barely writing anymore. And when I was writing, I wasn't really doing rumors. I was doing like analysis. That's kind of my corner is analysis. I think, to my knowledge, there's 2 other guys writing for Wrestling Rumors, and that's it. Maybe three besides me. Now, to be fair, I could be doing a whole lot more if time permitted, but it does not permit. because I got my hands full with some other projects. I was working on a project all morning this morning. It's still open in a window on my screen right now. I got to get back to it probably after I'm done with the show here today. So busy. But that's the easy answer. We don't have like a major staff of writers. That'd be my answer to you. Ron says, who do you feel should help Tony Khan further his creative to make these shows more fluid? He's got a lot of guys to choose from, doesn't he? He's got a lot of guys backstage. I'd put William Regal on a producer spot if it was me. And he can't go wrong with anyone he chooses. I'd put Regal on a producer spot today. I think that would be great. I don't think I'd use anyone that Vince is using a producer role if there were a Bruce Pritchard and there's not. One of those guys floating around, I definitely wouldn't hire those guys. I no disrespect to them. I just don't see that'd be necessary. I think they've got enough veterans behind the stage who could learn to become producers, who haven't done it already, maybe who have done it already. Yeah, dude. That'd be my answer. Chris says, "Do you see?" I saw a screenshot, but I've not watched it. I love James J. Dillon. He says, Omos versus Veer, book it. They probably will. Ray says, so this EC3 is not wrestling, just talk. No, it's not just talking. It's just beyond silly. Will you be offended? Nah, you won't be offended. Your intelligence might be insulted. If you don't mind your intelligence getting insulted, go get your CYN shirt and support them all day. But yowza. I'm just saying. Is he? I would say we won't see Big E for a while in a ring. I think it's going to be a while. So, Gerald says still waiting for Veer. Don't hold your breath lest you pass out. Keith, I've never written under Thomas Hall. I don't use a pen name. Is that what you're asking me? I've never used a pen name in my life. I'm Tom Clark everywhere I am. And if you're asking me who's running the show, no one's running the show. The owner of the page is not a writer, and she runs the show. But I don't answer to anybody in Wrestling Rumors except her. That's it. So there's not like an editor per se. There's not like a managing editor or anything of the page. I'm just being honest. But no, I'm Tom Clark all day, every day. For better or worse, that's who I is. Brad, again to Brad, with unification of the titles, what will the title picture? Will they have new titles in a tournament? I'm talking about WWE and Universal Championship. Who knows, man? Don't take, again, grain of salt time, kids. Even if they unify these titles, which I'm not convinced they're going to, I'm just saying, I don't think it's going to last very long. CRP says Regal on commentary has been gold. Would you pull the show off and let him run to scout talent and commentate? Sure. Why not? He says, if you want to watch a circus, watch the Pueblo City Council meetings. One city council member brought up my cousin that was, what? E, you're out there with your sleeves rolled up fighting the good fight, my friend. I don't know if you and I are on the same side politically. Even if we're not, dude, you've got convictions about what you're doing out there. So good for you. Good on you. Nancy said, I wish I had someone look at me like Paul looks at Roman. Right? He looked like that at Brock and Punk too, right? But no, I get you. Nancy, you got fans here. There might be a single dude in this feed right now looking at your picture going, hey. Rob says, who do you think, living or dead, which wrestler emphasizes a true role model in and out of the ring for kids? Well, Robbie, that's tough, man, because we're all human. You know what I mean? We're all fallible. You know, there but for the grace of God go I kind of thing. Yes. I don't know. Ooh, yikes. Steamboat, perhaps. Good call. My favorites, I probably couldn't say. I can't say, and I love Dusty, but how was Dusty personally? You hear things, but whatever. Nothing negative, not overly negative, but Dusty was human like the rest of us. I would say Dusty. I don't think you could say Rick. Rick has had too much nonsense in his time. He's got nonsense now too. That'd be a tough one, man. Yeah, I think you pick who you think means the most to you, and you go with that. I have not seen the Batman, Ricardo. I am thinking. I'm I am thinking I may wait till it hits HBO Max. Isn't that terrible? And I'm a comic book guy up in here. Yeah, dude. I think I may wait. So 9-month estimate on Big E. Yeah. Yowza. Will they ever get a new belt? Boy, I wish they would, Ray. I am violently advocating for trios championships, which I think are on the way, and also for a second set of tag belts and for another singles title. They've got the talent to support it. They've got the roster to support that many titles. Now, they're going to have the Ring of Honor World title, the Ring of Honor. Are they going to call it the Ring of Honor Championship? Are they going to take the world title status away? Who knows? So that means they got the Ring of Honor TV title, championship. They've got the Pure Championship. They got the tag team belts, the women's title. Dude, shut up. Nancy's going to change her name to Butch. I like that. Carlos says Veer is going to come out when Rollins hijacks the show and everyone will be, oh, I love that. I'll put that up. I can't put it up. You cursed. It's a little tiny curse word, but you still did it, Carlos. Dude, I love that take. Everybody go read Carlos's comment. That was awesome. I love it. Yeah, the rumor is Lashley and Omos. You know, whether or not that happens, who knows? Look who's calling me right now. Can you guys see that? The infamous spam risk. I don't know who this guy Spam is, but he calls me every day. All right. And one of these days, I'm going to answer the phone and say, Spam, I don't know you. Who are you? And he's going to try to sell me car warranty, more than likely. Ron says, hopefully go with my idea. Did you call him, Ron? Did you? I'm kidding. To make the IC and US titles the main focus of those shows, with the title holders being the number one. I thought that was the way to go from day one. The U.S. Championship represents one show, Intercontinental title represents the second show, and the World Champion bounces between both shows. That would be the ideal thing. It will probably, most likely, never happen, because that's how they roll in that company. Christopher Sims, thank you, my friend. How you have a great weekend as well. Kids, we're at the top of the hour. I've been busy all morning. I'm going to continue to be busy all day after we sign off here. Kids, next week is WrestleMania weekend and a whole bunch of other shows, kids. So be sure you tune in next Friday. We're going to have an action-packed show. And if I can have some guests on next week, I'm going to reach out to a couple folks this week, guys that you know that have been on the show before. We'll see if we can put together a pretty cool special for you and get that thing cranking next week. So in the meantime, I got to thank everybody for coming on. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing the feed. Thank you for liking the feed. Thank you for turning on the notifications. And all of you have better done that. I appreciate you. You guys are the best. You guys are family. I appreciate all of you. Again, as we said at the beginning of the show, everyone go send Sugar Shane Odom your best on the Facebook. I'm sure he and his family would appreciate your well wishes at this time. So there you have it, kids. We're going to get out of here. Again, everybody, thank you very much for hanging out today. We appreciate your business. Thank you very much for spending time with us. A little bit of time during your lunch hour today to help make this show possible. Thank you for your continued support. Please reach out to wrestling members and tell them that you love this show. That'd be awesome as well. That would always help me, and that's the truth. We're going to get out of here, kids. In the meantime, everybody, enjoy your weekend. Have the best time. Watch some wrestling, and everybody be safe out there. That's it for us, kids. We're out. See you next time. Tom Clark's Main Event.